Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is solid state and now we are in session number 3. In previous sessions we discussed about different types of solids and different kinds of crystalline solids. What are the parameters to consider the type of crystalline solid and the examples, and thereafter we discussed about the coordination number in different kinds of solids, that is crystalline solids. It is in metallic crystals how to find the coordination number. That is nothing but how the definition for coordination number in metallic solids and in ionic solids is different, and how to find this coordination number, that depending on, that is dependence of coordination number on close packing and the dependence of coordination number on the ionic sizes. All we discussed in detail in previous sessions, and now in this session we are entering into the elements of symmetry. Just elements of symmetry is nothing but actually these are the characteristic features to find whether the given object is having any symmetry or not. And here the logic is, when it is symmetry, we have to define the symmetry with certain characteristic features. They are nothing but considered as elements of symmetry. And dear students, you remember to define the asymmetry also we have to study these elements of symmetry, because there are no particular or separate elements of asymmetry. Just asymmetry is defined as the absence of symmetry, and when we are considering the absence of symmetry, first of all we should know what is symmetry, and that symmetry again we are defining with respect to elements of symmetry. And now absence of all the elements of symmetry is said to be asymmetry. So for both these two criteria, that is nothing but for considering the symmetry of the molecules or the symmetry of the crystals or any objects, or to consider the asymmetry of the molecules or objects or crystals, we have to study these elements of symmetry. So in this session we are having the discussion about the elements of symmetry, particularly by considering as an example from cubic crystals. So let us have the discussion in this session. It is elements of symmetry. Actually elements of symmetry are of three kinds. Symmetry, three types or three kinds. They are: 1. Center of symmetry. Center of symmetry, 1. And the second one is plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry. And third one is axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. These are the three elements of symmetry. And now let us consider one cubic crystal, so as to understand this concept, that is the elements of symmetry, in an easy manner. Cubic crystal, just I am drawing that cubic here. This is the cube where all the edge lengths are same. It is a rough diagram, just you observe. This is cube, and a cube is characterized by possessing 8 corners. You remember, cube should possess 8 corners. When 8 corners present, then only the cubic structure is possible. This is cube, and now in this cube these are edges. These are the edges. All these are edges, you remember. And just you remember, when these are the edges for the cube, we have to find the corners and the face centers also, so as when we are defining different elements of symmetry, we can easily identify that presence of different edges or corners for this cube. These are the edges. Is it not? And now corners. There are 8 corners for the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners. Just you remember. and these are the face centers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one back side or rear side and one front side. Total 8 corners, just you remember, and 6 face centers, and then these are considered as edges. These are edges. How many edges can you guess for a cube? Just observe this. How many? 12 edges you can find for any cube. All these, that is into mark within the circle, indicates the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. These are present in a cube, cubic crystal. Clear? And now with respect to that, we have to study the elements of symmetry. And first let us define what is center of symmetry. Just you remember, for any object or molecule or whatever it may be, molecule or atom or some other object like that, when we are starting at a point, if we are moving in opposite directions, just opposite, that is with 180 degrees of angle, if we are reaching at equal distance with identical places or positions, then that point is said to be the center of the symmetry. Center of symmetry for any object will be only one, and when it is nothing but the point from which we are moving in opposite directions and are reaching the identical points at equal distances in opposite direction. Here, say for example, let us consider, here I started and this side it is face center, one face center, and opposite, exact opposite, again I am meeting the same face center. Clear? And now in case if I am moving in this direction, I am reaching to this corner, so in opposite direction I will reach the corner. And in this direction, if I am moving at certain distance, I am getting this edge center, and in opposite, exactly at the same distance, again I am reaching the edge center. Like that. You remember, in all directions all the points need not be same, only just when we are moving in opposite directions at equal distance, the same type of or similar kind of positions if we are reaching, then it is said to be the center of symmetry. For a cubic unit cell or for a cubic crystal, there will be only one center of symmetry. Only one center of symmetry. Clear? That is about center of symmetry. And then coming to plane of symmetry. Plane is nothing but, it is an imaginary plane that is drawn along one of the object that passes through the center of the symmetry and makes or divides the object into two equal halves which are of exactly seem to be mirror images to each other. The plane of symmetry is nothing but an imaginary plane that passes through the center of symmetry. Here it is center of symmetry and this plane is passing through this. And when we are cutting this object through this plane, and if it is of making two equal halves of the object which are of mirror images to each other. As you know, when we are cutting this object through one face at the center, the two halves are mirror images to each other. Is it not? Such type imaginary plane which can make any object into two equal halves which are of seem to be mirror images to each other is known as plane of symmetry. And in case of cube, plane of symmetry two types of planes you can observe. One is rectangular plane. rectangular plane. This type of plane will be passing through the face centers that cover two face centers. This plane will cover this one and this one, and one more, this rectangular will be covering two other faces, and one more will be two other, because here, that's why I am giving this information. Total 6 face centers are there for the cubic, and each plane, rectangular plane, when we are making the cut of that cube, just it will cover two face centers. So totally two faces will involve one plane, rectangular plane. Totally, when there are 6 face centers, 6 by 2, 3 rectangular planes will appear for a cubic crystal. Clear? And next one is, one more plane is body diagonal. This body diagonal, when we are making any plane that passes through the center body diagonally, and you remember, when we are considering body diagonal, that will cover two edges. Say for example, here I am drawing that body diagonal. This is body diagonal cut. I am making the cut through this body diagonal. Just you observe. It is through, by taking these two edges, I am making a cut. So two equal parts. I will get two equal halves which are seen to be mirror images to each other. Like that, when the cut is made, that plane is making two equal halves of the object which are mirror images to each other. It is also a plane of symmetry. And when it is, that plane is passing through the body diagonal, it is nothing but second type, body diagonal plane. Can you guess how many body diagonal planes will appear in a cubic crystal? Just you can guess if you are imagining. When edges, each body diagonal plane will involve two edges. Totally, how many edges are present for a cube? 12. So 12 by 2, 6 body diagonal planes will present for cubic crystal. 3 rectangular planes, because each rectangular plane will cover two faces, and here totally 6 face centers, and thereby 6 by 2, 3 rectangular planes, and this body diagonal plane will cover two edges, and thereby, as there are 12 edges, 12 by 2, 6 body diagonal planes are present for a cubic crystal. Clear? And now that is about plane of symmetry and center of symmetry. And now coming to axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry, it is nothing but an imaginary line. Axis is an imaginary line that passes through the center of the object, and around which, if we are rotating the object or the crystal, if it is of giving similar appearances, if it is of giving similar appearances when we are rotating that object at certain angles. That means when we are drawing an imaginary line that passes through the center of the object or center of symmetry, and we are rotating the object, then by complete rotation of 360 degrees, if it is of giving the original appearance here and there at certain angles, then that line through which we are rotating the object is known as axis of symmetry. Here this axis of symmetry is of different kinds depending on the number of similar or original appearances in a rotation of 360 degrees. Say for example, let me give here some examples. If we are considering the number of repetitions, that is nothing but repeated appearances, are 2, and when 2 appearances appear, it means we are rotating it by 180 degrees. So for every 180 degrees it will appear as original appearance, or it will exhibit original appearance. In such a case, the axis is said to be diode, or it is known as two-fold axis. If it is of having 3 similar or original appearances. It exhibits three original appearances when we rotate 360 degrees of angle. That each appearance will happen at 120 degrees, because 360 by 120 will give three appearances. Then it is known as triad axis, or simply we can say that threefold axis. And similarly, if it is of having repetitions, that is the original appearance 4 times while we are rotating by 360 degrees, then at 90 degrees each the appearance will happen, and it is known as tetrad or fourfold axis. Just like that, it is nothing but simply we can say that the number of appearances that happens in a rotation of 360 degrees is known as fold. If it is of happen 2 times, two-fold axis. If it is of happen 3 times, threefold. 5 times, fivefold. 6 times, sixfold. Like that, the fold is nothing but the number of times. Simply we can say that number of appearances is n. That is, n number of appearances if happen, then the axis is said to be n-fold axis. And how to find the n-fold axis, or how to find the degree where the similar or the original appearance will happen? Simply it is nothing but number of fold is equal to 360 by the degree of rotation to get similar appearance. This is the formula. That means, say for example, if it is for every 90 degrees, if similar appearance happen, then 360 by 90, nothing but fourfold. Here also we are observing when 90 degrees will create the similar appearance. For every 90 degrees, if it is creating similar appearance, by 360 degrees of rotation, similar appearance will happen 4 times. So it is fourfold. If it is at 120 degrees, for every 120 degrees similar appearance happen, then 360 by 120, nothing but 3 similar appearances we can get, and hence it is threefold axis. Like that, if it is for every 72 degrees, if we are getting the similar appearance or original appearance presents, then we can get 360 by 72, nothing but fivefold axis. Like that, different fold axes are present. And here that fold we can get 360 by degree of rotation to get similar appearance, or if we know the n-fold, that is the n value, then the degree of rotation that required to get similar appearance we will calculate. Simply 360 by n is nothing but the degree at which similar appearance will happen. For example, if it is threefold axis, 360 by 3, at every 120 degrees of rotation similar appearance will happen. Like that, this is the axis, and depending on the similar appearances, that axis is of different kinds: twofold, threefold, fourfold, fivefold, like that. Clear? And now, when in case of crystal, that is nothing but cubic crystal, in case of cubic crystal, when we are considering the axis, and you remember each axis will cover in opposite direction, whether the face centers or the corners or the edge centers. Like that, 3 types of axis we can generate. Say for example, here it is of covering opposite 2 face centers, and the similar axis we can draw through these 2 faces or through these 2 faces. Is it not? Like that, when we are of getting the similar appearance by passing the axis through covering 2 face centers, totally from 6 face centers, 6 by 2, nothing but 3 axes. Here the axis of symmetry for cubic crystal, axis of symmetry for cubic crystal will be axis through face 3, and we can draw the axis by passing through corners also. So as the corners are 8 by 2, because each axis every time will cover 2 corners. 4. So axis through corner will give 4 axes for a cubic crystal. And edge centers, we can draw this through edge center. This is one edge center, this is another edge center. We can draw these axes that passing through the edge centers, opposite edge centers. So totally here we are having 12 edge centers, 12 by 2, that is 6 axes through face. Axis through edge center. So 12 by 2, nothing but 6. If you observe, for a cubic crystal, for a cubic crystal, center of symmetry, how many center of symmetry? 1. Only one center of symmetry. And the planes, rectangular planes 3 and body diagonal planes 6. Then axis through face centers 3, through corners 4, through edge centers 6. Totally, how many elements of symmetry for a cubic crystal present? We can guess sum of all these. If you consider, it is nothing but 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6. It is nothing but 10. 23 elements of symmetry are present in cubic crystal. 23 elements of symmetry. They are nothing but 1 center of symmetry, 3 rectangular planes, 6 body diagonal planes, 3 axis through face centers, and 4 axis through corners, and 6 axis through edge centers. Totally, for a cubic crystal, the best example for cubic crystal is already we studied in junior inter. It is nothing but NaCl crystal. NaCl is the best example for cubic crystal. For such type of cubic crystals similar to that of NaCl, they are having 23 elements of symmetry like this. So presence of any one of these elements of symmetry, that is either center or plane or it is axis, then the system is said to have symmetry. Absence of all these elements of symmetry, no one should present, not one, no one. Even the presence of center is sufficient to make it symmetry. The presence of plane sufficient to make symmetry. The presence of axis sufficient to make it symmetry. And presence of all these is also symmetry. And now when it is asymmetry, all these should be absent, no one should present, then the system is said to be asymmetric. Clear? That is about elements of symmetry. After guessing this, for a cubic crystal, not only cubic crystal, for the crystal solids, Bravais analyzed the crystallographic parameters. They are nothing but the edge centers and the angles between edge centers, like that. And with that mathematical application of these crystallographic parameters, he observed that there are 14 basic crystal structures in the total solids, and those are known as Bravais lattices. How he found that 14 Bravais lattices? What are the parameters for considering that Bravais lattices? All these we will discuss in the next coming session. Clear?